Who I ran into Tennessee.
Wish I could give him a ride like Brad Lovell did, but this is the biggest Bronco stalker I've seen on our trips. He's been to all three like myself.
So good to see you. Thank you so much. You were my first ride in the Bronco. It was absolutely thrilling.
I would have put you with Shelby here.
Shelby here. I'll see what we can do.
I did.
Okay, so we're actually going to drive a Sport here in a little bit.
Sweet.
So we haven't been in one, and you know, they got a stigma, but we wanted to break that stigma. So
Thank you.
So you think they're pretty rad?
I do. So I mean, just like everyone else, I didn't know what to expect when I jumped in one. I got the Bronco Sport about 2 days before the rally.
Perfect.
So I was like, all right, well, first thing I wanted to do was get it in the dirt.
Yep.
And it was fun to drive. You know, I'm used to a full-size vehicle, so it, you know, took a little bit of getting used to. It's just slightly smaller.
Yeah,
slightly smaller. And but it was so much fun. I really loved it on gravel roads. Oh man, that thing is
okay. Are we gonna get to do that on it today? A little bit?
You do.
Okay.
You do. I actually haven't been on the Bronco Sport route.
Okay.
But I know it's similar to the full-size Bronco route, and I know I'm having fun.
Okay,
so
well,
I have a feeling you will too.
We're gonna do that one too, but yeah. So we're gonna do this one first, and for all those people out there that says it's just a flex.
It is not just a flex.
I hear it all the time.
Well, and here's the thing that I tell everyone is the Rebelle Rally is an 8-day long rally. We cover about 1,500 miles from South Lake Tahoe all the way down to Glamis.
Oh my gosh.
So we're in Johnson Valley, we're obviously in the dunes in Glamis, we're in Dumont, we're in everything in between. And we won, you know? The Bronco Sport took us everywhere we needed to go.
It beat everything.
We had no mechanical issues.
The driver, come on, let's be honest.
It's a team effort, you know? It's the driver, it's the navigator, and it's the vehicle.
There you go.
And all, you know, it was just a huge success for all of us. And so I think it's comfortable for around town. So the other thing with the Rebelle is you have to carry all of your own equipment, all of your camping gear, all of the food that you're going to bring for your own snacks,
awesome.
all of your spare parts. So we fit all of that in the back of the Sport.
We were just looking at that a minute ago going, oh my God, I think there's 2 spares in the back seat of that thing. So are you going to race it next year, or are you going to race full size and see how it does?
Well, that it's to be determined.
You don't get to make that call yet, huh?
But from what we have been working on, we will be returning in the full size.
Okay.
Since we won the crossover class last year, we want to come back and compete in the 4x4 class.
That makes total sense, and that's gonna be great to watch. So
you're about to do the Sport drive?
We're gonna do Sport at 3 or 4. I can't remember.
4, I think.
4.
Yeah.
So we'll let Jacob
Is
drive.
that exactly yours? That one?
It's not.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
I don't know why they don't bring
I think it had your name on it.
our
so
winning.
It was like,
It does?
the placard does. So I thought.
Oh, there's a placard?
Yeah. You're getting publicity over there.
I should go check it out.
You're fame.
So they fielded 3 teams. There was my team, and so then that car was actual people from Ford, from the marketing areas of Bronco Sport and SUV, which had 0 off-road experience. Like neither of them had spent 1 minute in the dirt.
So good luck, huh?
And then they had a media team.
Okay.
So that car is from the Ford employees.
Okay. All right, what's up, Wheelers? As promised to Shelby, we're going to do a ride in the Sport and let's see what it's all about. And it does give us a chance to get out on some trails. We've been walking around all day long, checking out all the vintage Broncos, all the classic Broncos, the new Broncos, and we have a ride tomorrow in the full-size Bronco, but we thought, you know, why not?
Something we'll have to research.
Yeah. Still videoing?
Yeah. We'll turn it off.
No.
As a quick reminder before we get onto the road here, just because we are doing this experience before does not mean that we are immune from road and traffic laws. We do have a posted speed limit of 45 miles an hour, both to and from the trail. So let's just keep it at the speed limit, keep everything safe, so we can have a good time today.
Reminds me of the power of that little JL 2-liter turbo.
Be prepared to potentially make a full stop, as we do need to make another left-hand turn to get off and onto the trail. a Bronco on the side of the road, that's your cue to drive right on by. As we drive on.
I'm actually surprised how well this thing handles the steers. Oh man, I want to go up that.
Yeah, I mean, I would tell you, I'd throw rocks at it if I could. You know, for what it is, it's incredible. This is not a flex. Everybody's like, it's just a flex. It's not.
No. No, it's way more capable and way more
I
fun.
kind of laughed. I think they gave one to Lauren Healy, or I'm trying to remember, Vaughn. I saw a video of them in them, and they were bragging about it, and I thought to myself, those guys are probably getting paid to brag about this thing. And then I wrote it, and I was like, well, maybe they're not.
Pretty steep.
Yeah, it's up there. I'm gonna guess 17 to 20. It sure sounds good for a little car. I just wonder if it's pumped through the speakers or not.
Yeah, I don't know. Here comes some rocks.
Hopefully you get some high-speed stuff coming up, but yeah, it was kind of fun. Okay, as promised, we talked to Shelby earlier in the Bronco Sport, so we took it for a ride, and holy cow, it was not expected. It was great. It was fun. It was a good time. It's not something, you know, I'm more into a full-size vehicle, but wow, I would have not taken a little vehicle like that down those roads. There's no way in the world I would have done it. It handled it well, stuck to the ground, drove really good. We were driving way faster than I would normally go on those trails. Somebody else's vehicle, why not? So it's not a flex. Whoever's saying that, maybe they haven't been out to drive one, or maybe they've never been in a flex and then never been in one of the Bronco Sports. So if you're judging it without driving it, go drive one. Come to one of these events, get in it. You can throw rocks at anything if you're that type of person, but if you got an open mind and you get in one of these, you're going to be surprised. You're going to enjoy it. So there it is. That's not the one we rode in, but we rode into Badlands. The thing was great inside. The interior was incredible. Looked great, fit and finish. So again, full-size guy. I want a full-size vehicle, but definitely worth the test drive if you make it out to one of these events.
Well, good morning. I'm Shelby Hall. We are in a very wet Townsend, Tennessee this morning.
Yeah, we got lucky. I think this is going to be awesome to get to go in the mud and slop.
Yeah, and actually, you know, we've been on the West Coast for every other ride and drive, and so this is my first experience driving the Bronco in the mud and the rain. So
you're gonna get to try out that goat mode then, maybe.
I was gonna say I've actually been having a lot of fun with the slippery mode and with mud runs.
Nice. Well, this is kind of cool. I mean, it's random that we ended up with you, but it's kind of perfect fate because we did an interview on the Sport. We drove the Sport yesterday. I was impressed.
I was gonna say I can't wait to hear your opinion on
They
that.
let us rip in those things. It was like we were flying, and you know, there's places where we drug, but we were going so fast it didn't matter. And so, yeah, my opinion on that is if you're looking at a Subaru, like an Outback or one of those crossovers, you might want to drive this unless you're a dedicated Subaru fan. You're never gonna like anything else. But yeah, that sounds good.
Yep, so this is a first edition with the Sasquatch package. It's got the 2.7 liter with the Deluxe interior.
Woo!
Soft top.
Yeah, soft top's quiet.
It is. It's great. This was actually my first Bronco that I've driven with the soft top, so I wasn't exactly sure what to expect.
in my previous experience with soft tops, you know, there's a lot of flapping.
You're a Jeep girl.
Not a lot of, you know, conversation.
Yeah.
But I think this is, I mean, it's very taut. It's not moving around at all.
I mean, we're in pretty good rain, and I think we'll catch that from the back camera. But I mean, there's no wind noise. The noise we're actually hearing is the rain.
Yeah, for sure. So this has the Lux interior, which is, you know, top of the line.
Mm-hmm.
We have the leather seats, so we don't actually have the drain plugs.
I got
The
you.
leather comes with carpet.
Okay. Is this first edition?
This is the first edition.
Okay, yeah.
This is actually number 1 of 7,000.
I am going to get a video of that when we're done. That is great.
It is great. So the Deluxe Package, like I said, you know, top of the line. You've got the giant 12-inch screen. It's got the tow package. We have the fully wired auxiliary switch panel. We have all of our hero switches.
Yep.
We've got the stay bar disconnect, your front and rear lockers, your trail turn assist, also known as donut mode.
Donut mode, yeah. We're gonna do that on a trail. Do we get to do that in this weather? Or?
You know what? We're gonna try. It's been pretty rad, actually. This is, you know, the terrain out here is very different than out west. This is much more narrow.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're actually on a very tight trail. We've been in the dunes, really,
Yep.
and every other place, and so that's where we're making our perfect donuts.
That's fair. I've been in that.
But here, we are using it fully to turn on the trail.
Okay.
Which is rad. I love it.
Yeah, and I imagine Jacob in the back seat there will be pumping the air brakes. First time I saw trail assist, we got a little taste of it on the trail. I didn't think we were gonna make that corner, so then I just wanted to scream. It was so awesome.
It is. It's great. I'm a huge fan.
So how long have you been racing? And I know you won the Rebel. We talked about that a little bit yesterday. How did you get into it?
So, I mean, what I tell everyone, I mean, basically since the day I was born, I've been around off-roading, whether it's adventuring and just four-wheeling or competition. You know, my grandfather is Rod Hall.
Yep.
And so him and my dad, Josh, and my uncle, Chad, have all been professional off-road drivers and racers. So seriously, I mean, my earliest memories, my dad and my mom were trainers for the Rod Hall off-road driving school.
Right.
And so this must have been before school age. They loaded us kids up and, you know, threw us in the motorhome, and we hung out in the desert eating rocks and playing with
Literally
dirt.
born into it, huh?
Yes. And so I learned how to drive sitting on my dad's lap, and he worked the pedals and I worked the steering wheel, and that's where it all started. And then in 2012 is when I had my first competitive race that I drove in.
Nice.
And I'll tell you what, my grandpa, he let me ride with him in one race. He talked me through it the whole time. He was, you know, just really explaining why he was doing certain things.
Yeah.
After that race, we were getting ready for the Baja 1000, and he said, all right, perfect, you're ready, you're driving. And I was like, oh my God, I'm not ready. Like, what?
Well, okay, I didn't know that was your first race.
Yes.
So
it was like throwing me to the wolves, you know?
no kidding. I mean, I did that one time out of circuit, not racing it, and that place is no joke.
It's
I mean,
no joke.
and you go from oh my God, I can drive 100 mile an hour to this stuff is huge.
It was slightly terrifying.
Yeah.
But you know, how else do you learn?
Yeah, right. Trial by fire, right there.
Trial by fire, for sure.
Well, thank God there wasn't a fire, right?
No, but I actually did have to drive through a fire down in Mexico.
Oh wow.
At the 400 actually last year. But all right, so this model has 7 different goat modes. We've been in normal mode, which is just too high to run down the highway. So I'm actually going to keep it in normal mode just so you get a feel for how it behaves. I mean, it's wet, it's muddy, we're traveling uphill. I think it's going to be raining all day.
not just tootling around right now.
Not. Ooh, it's getting slippery. Look, it's like a little river.
It is. I switched to the front so we could see this. How you doing back there, Jacob?
Oh, you know.
Pretty impressive, huh?
Yes.
He just turned Canadian on us, so it's a good. He's from Oklahoma. What is
Look
this?
at that.
Is that a turkey?
What is it? I think it is. What?
It's all covered. I mean, it's all folded down.
Wow. How cool is that?
We win.
No kidding. All right, so we can toggle through the different modes on the fly. So I'm gonna put this guy into slippery mode.
Okay.
That puts us in 4 auto, which is essentially all-wheel drive.
All right, I can tell the difference already.
Yes. It doesn't lock any of our differentials because really this is not an off-road mode. So that's why our front camera is not turned on yet.
Gotcha. Yeah. That's unbelievable, isn't it? Yeah, this is incredible.
The different modes really actually change the behavior of the vehicle a lot. It changes the amount of steering input you have to give it. It changes the throttle mapping. It changes the ABS system. It changes the stability control. I mean, you can really feel a difference. And I personally feel like each mode is calibrated perfectly for the different types of terrain. So I'm going to put us in mud and ruts now.
Nice.
It's locked our rear differential and put us into 4 high.
Nice. Oh, I saw this yesterday. Let me let everybody see what we're getting ready to do.
So we are going to drive up the rocks. Unfortunately, we are going to have to drive up them and then back down them.
Okay.
So we're going to test my backing up skills.
Good.
So I am putting us into rock crawl mode, which puts us in 4 low.
Okay.
So I do have to put it in neutral.
This is honestly why I just upgraded from a base to a bad. Where do I?
In the
I don't even
middle,
know where they're at.
A-bar.
Okay.
And it's locked our rear diff. It is extra slippery, so I am going to lock the front diff.
Yeah, you know, I use the front a lot.
Yeah.
You gonna be going slow?
I am.
Oh, let me flip that around.
Literally, I know in the video it always looks like it's rougher than it is, but if you've done any off-roading, rock crawling,
Look at that.
you'll appreciate this. Just, yeah,
We didn't even slip one tire.
not one tire.
Okay, so now here's the ultimate challenge.
So nice, we'll do it twice. Once in reverse. Wow.
I did one time have to back up on the Rubicon Trail. I was doing a shoot
Oh
with
yeah.
BF Goodrich and Mad Media.
Nice.
And they'd be like, okay, that was great. Now go back and do it again.
Oh,
And I'm like, what?
I'm on the Rubicon.
On the Rubicon?
Yeah, I've done the Rubicon one time, so I definitely want to do it again. We were on a JKX adventure, and so it was pretty fast paced, pretty exciting. But I would like to stop and smell the roses on Rubicon one time.
Intentionally?
Well, yeah, intentionally. I don't want to have to do it fixing something.
Yes, for sure.
We did have some people break on it, and it was amazing with that group of people how quickly we were back on the road. And it was between everybody, I think it was a fair beat.
We did it! Trail turn assist. To activate trail turn assist, you do have to be in 4-wheel drive, either 4 low or 4 high.
Okay.
The dash screen prompts you for anything. So say you forget that you need to be in neutral to go into low range. It just tells you. So pretty cool. So we have to be in 4 low, 4 high. So we're in 4 low. You just hit that button to activate it. And then it is engaged when you get to full turn. So you can feel it.
I can feel it.
It might be too slippery for it here.
Yeah, you can feel it. Wow.
It's just not the full
No,
experience.
that's okay. We get the idea.
You'll have to come back and do another ride with us.
Yeah. He's down, yeah.
Alright. So here, I am going to lock my front diff to climb up this rock. So again, I want to see my front tires because I want to see exactly where I'm going.
I love that. It's like a built-in spotter.
It is. I mean, I can't see that rock at all.
Yep, we're hanging a tire.
Alright. So here I want to show you, it just makes it more dramatic for you to actually feel the difference between having the stay bar connected versus disconnected.
Okay.
So now that rear tire is touching the ground, right? We were probably, I don't know, a foot off the ground?
Easy.
That was pretty rad.
Yeah. And anybody who's had a Jeep, I mean, appreciates a disconnected sway bar, but definitely appreciates being able to disconnect under a load.
Yes.
I think I've said that in all my videos, but it's just, yeah, it's something.
And it'll stay disconnected until we reach 20 miles an hour, and then it'll automatically reconnect.
Okay.
But I'm gonna take us out of for low. So again, I'm gonna put it in neutral. This is obviously great conditions for mud and ruts, so we're gonna hang out in mud and ruts.
Which is a 4-high mode.
Yep, it's 4-high with the rear differential locked.
Gotcha.
And now we're ready to cruise. The mud and ruts mode really tightens up the steering.
Okay. Changes the shift points too.
It does.
Is it a little bit like Baja?
You know,
mode?
I have actually never raced in this much rain.
No, I meant Baja mode maybe.
Oh, so Baja mode really holds the gears. We can put it in manual mode. So you'll take the shifter, just pull it all the way back until the M.
Uh-huh.
And then on the left side of the shifter is where you use your thumb to change your gears. 360 mode is one of my favorites. I do quite like it.
Yeah. I can't keep moving the camera. It's gonna, sections of this are gonna be so bad.
It's just so fun to drive.
I'm telling you. It's just thrilling, you know? He's gonna take his half out of the middle. I think I saw a K&N at that one. I guess I know who that is. Right, Kurt.
You know what? He brings me coffee every morning. He's allowed to take the road.
He is. He's a great guy. At least from what little experience I've had been around.
He's so awesome. You know, he was friends with my grandpa, and, you know, obviously there's a bit of an age difference there, so they, you know, weren't necessarily competitors, but, you know, Kurt respects him so much, and he's been such a proponent of me and being involved with this. Him and I were both drivers for the Bronco R, and he's just so much fun. Pre-running with him, he's so knowledgeable and funny and a phenomenal driver.
Yeah.
He's like having my grandpa on all these trips, so it's pretty rad.
That's awesome.
Pretty rad to be able to call Kurt LeDuc like your grandpa.
Yeah, I would take it. I'm close enough to his age, that's probably impossible, but I'd take it.
Nothing's impossible.
I guess not. Not with him.
For sure.
It's obviously a superhuman.
Yes.
Well, that was a great little ride right there.
It is. And like I said, this is our first time driving them in this type of weather. And that was so much fun.
It was.
Like, that was... I don't think we slipped a tire. I mean, it was very comfortable.
It felt stuck down. It didn't push in any of the corners. I mean, it felt great.
Yep.
So it just continues to impress. I think I've been super lucky to get to ride in this weather in it. So
Actually, I agree.
Yeah.
Yes.
What do you
I'm
think,
not sure
David?
how often this will happen, so this might be a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Until mine comes in.
Yes. Which one are you getting?
Well, I have a first edition, and I have a build date on it, but my wife took it. So I ordered a base Squatch, but then after seeing the camera, I upgraded it to, I call it a bad Squatch, but a bad lands with Sasquatch.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
A bad Squatch.
A bad Squatch, yeah. So I'm pretty excited about it, and she just didn't want me doing what I typically do to vehicles, to that limited edition one. And after seeing it, she wanted one, so I was like, well, it'd probably be better if you have the one with the number on it.
Well, you know, that is what a lot of people have said to me when riding. They're like, man, this is so cool. Mine will never go this fast on a dirt road. Which, you know, it takes a couple years for, I guess, the new to wear off.
Yeah. We're taking, when they come in, the plan is me and a buddy are taking ours to Baja, and we're going to run it out of circuit stock. And that's because of Brad. Brad really called me out and convicted me not to cut it up until I drove it. And so I'm gonna listen to him. I really want it on 37s. I don't want it on 40s, but I'm gonna take it on 35s and just see what its potential is.
Awesome. Well, when do you plan on doing that?
As soon as I get it.
Okay. That is awesome.
And
I can't wait to see that.
I know.
That'll be really fun.
Yeah, and I mean, we drive them pretty hard, but not as hard as you guys do. So I'm sure they've taken. You know, I know these have been to Baja. From what I understand, they've been in all the proving grounds, and you guys have tried to break them and done really well.
We do push them pretty hard.
Mm-hmm, yep. Well, I can tell. You guys are comfortable behind the seat.
Yes, and I mean, the truck is easy to run hard. It's comfortable. The seats are comfortable. One of my favorite things, so I'm only 5'2", so most vehicles I don't fit in. I have to have a seat cushion or, you know, just make do. Everything is so adjustable in here, and I know it doesn't seem like a big deal, but it's one of those little creature comfort things that you don't realize until you go to pull down the sun visor and it doesn't fit, right? Like, you still have sun in your eyes. So I love that it has telescoping sun visors. This steering wheel is also telescoping.
Oh, nice.
So the pedals don't move in and out.
Okay.
But the steering wheel does. So obviously it moves up and down, but it also comes in and out, which is great. And the seat, I mean, I can see perfect.
Yeah.
And I'm tiny.
I like telescoping wheels. I run them a lot closer to my chest than what a lot of people think should, especially with an airbag, but that's the way I like to drive, especially when I'm driving aggressive. I want my arms bent, my back against the seat.
Same. And that's really your wrist should hang over.
And you're setting in a position that I would drive off-road in, and whoever was in this thing was kicked back pretty.
Taking a nap.
Taking a nap. I guess it fell asleep. It was so smooth, but yeah.
Yeah, cruising on the highway, I am a little more relaxed, but I like having full visibility.
Yeah. Yeah, that's we did the Raptor Assault School, or I did the Raptor Assault School, and that was fun. And I drove like that, but the guy that was with me, he was always kicked back in street mode, and he was a great driver, but it did concern me. I was like, can you see over the steering wheel, man?
Yes.
Because you're pretty comfortable right now.
Do you plan on going to off-rodeo?
Yep. And we're trying to sort that out, and hopefully, the first edition will be my wife, so she'll be the first one to go, but hopefully we can work something out where I can go video it while she's there, because I would, to me, I want footage of her going through that school, not me going through it.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
So I will be there.
Awesome.
I'm not sure which location. I think I'll probably be cruising through all the locations.
Okay.
So hopefully I get to be there when you and your wife are there.
That will be great. I follow you on Instagram, so I'll hit you up and let you know which one we're going to.
Cool.
Because I would love for you two to meet.
and give her words of wisdom?
Well, that's, you know, actually after talking with everyone who's putting the program together, there aren't very many female instructors.
No.
And, you know, having a female teach another female, I think just creates a little bit of a different atmosphere. And,
Yeah.
a little less intimidating. And so I want to be able to be that person for
That's great.
other women. I love training.
She'll love it. I love for my daughter to meet you too, because she'll get a kick out of it. She drives like a maniac. We go to horse rallies, and she drives, and I nap. And people give us a hard time
Awesome.
because I'm just like, hey, she
for
can
sure.
she can outdrive me on
Yep.
pavement, hands down. So need to do the same
Yes.
thing. So girl power, thank you so much. You
It
were
was
awesome.
so great. I'm glad you guys
try
were
to-
able to get in.